Hello YouTube, Intuitive Edge here, checking in. I have these cards laid out because I did a video a few minutes ago and the ending of it got botched up and didn't record right. And rather than reshuffle and do another reading, I wanted to keep what was here and kind of pick up where I left off, but I'll start over with what came through and then wrap it up. So basically you get a video without me shuffling first, but this is what came up, and unfortunately the other video didn't quite make it. So but this is what I got. We're talking about the situation down in Napa, California with those fires, and just looking for some answers as to what's going on, what can we expect, what kind of, hope can we give. But I wanted to share what came through. The first card was this card, the Stars card. This is a major arcana. This is in the position of what's going on, or what happened, what the situation is. And you've got this, the image is this cat. He's up in a tree. He's looking up to the sky, the constellation Leo. But he's got like stardust around him. And the vegetation is around him. And when I first saw that card, it just struck me, and I didn't initially want to say what I was seeing and what I was sensing. But then as I got the second card that shows this fireball, I thought I need to say this. The image that comes to me when I look at this card is that of the stardust surrounding the cat and it being close to the vegetation. Now, for those of you who don't know, there is climate change going on, man-made, and what my take on that is different from what other people say. Now, before you turn me off, people that say man-made climate change, I think of something completely different. In my worldview, man-made climate change is called geoengineering. Geoengineering is done by cloud seeding, changing weather patterns, manipulating the weather through HARP, through certain technologies, and this, I believe, is wreaking havoc on our planet, on our weather systems, on the natural flow of the Earth's balance, the ecosystems, and I don't buy into blaming human beings because they drive an SUV. I think that's hogwash. The culprit for climate chaos is genetically engineered climate change. You can debate, disagree, whatever, but I believe that the science is on this is pretty compelling. And I think that Mother Nature is quite angry and is reacting with wild weather. But I don't think, getting back to this fire, before I digress too far off path, I don't believe that this fire behaved in a normal, typical fire fashion. It was explosive, it was fast, it was erratic, it just, for people to have seconds to get out of their homes, and many of them did not, unfortunately, I mean, yes, fires can move fast, and yes, fires can kill people, but this was truly apocalyptic. And when I saw this card, it just seeing the stardust, it reminded me of the cloud seeding, the genetic geoengineering of our weather, and it affecting the foliage, making it more susceptible to combust much more quickly, much more readily. Um, I think that we are overplaying our hand with Mother Nature, and I think some people are going way too far and messing with our very ecosystem. I think it's a tragedy, and I've probably said enough already on this, um, but that's just that whole imagery just really spoke to me when I turned that card over. Then you have this fireball card, and this card is an explosive fire situation, as you can see. Fire exploding in every direction, the cat's in the picture, kind of cowering, hiding, running, that kind of thing. But this card is the situation, and this is like the influence or what the obstacle is. And I think when you mess with Mother Nature by manipulating the weather, you're going to see stuff like this happen. You're going to see more explosive, erratic fire behavior. You're going to see more hurricanes. You're going to see more messed up events in Mother Nature because she's trying to rebalance herself because of the manipulation that's going on. It's a natural reaction, I think. Now, as far as the fire goes, I don't think there's very much natural about that. I think that the news was even saying that the foliage and the trees would just explode. It isn't like just something burning and, a tree lights up and torches, and then but this is like explosive fire growth. So I think we're dealing with a consequence of the last 50 years or so of messing with the weather, covert and overt, trying to play God. I think this is what we get. So that's my 2 cents on that. Okay. This card up here is kind of what we know. Objectively, this is the 8 of Earth. It's a builder's card. It's a card of working on something. And the card is lush green. A mama cat with her kittens, and they're walking through this lush green grass. And I think we need to take better care of our environment and our climate. Now, this is in the position down here of what's led up to this. And I've got a messenger card, which means there's something here. There's more to this, like look deeper. And when I saw the fire tom, the image is this cat kind of sneaking through all these candles. And the thing that came to me when I saw this was like somebody sneaking through. So I'm wondering if this might be an arson. It's too early, I think, in the investigation. They're still trying to knock down the fire and save lives. But I think possibly they may relate it back to arson, or there was somebody directly involved in spreading the fires. That's just a thought there. Now, what's fading behind this card is this feeling of confusion, being overwhelmed, having too much going on at once. But when I looked at the future card with the Sky Tom, this is an image of a cat that is reaching and just about ready to get the bird that it's after. But you'll notice it's got like these dark clouds and kind of smoky looking dark clouds in the background. And for me, hi buddy, say hi. Okay, off you go. That was my cat, everybody. Sorry about that. But when I saw this card, to me, it is about, like, this cat is like just about ready to get what he wants. But I see like this smoke and stuff. It just felt to me like there's a little bit more, like this thing's not quite over with. There's a little bit more that's gonna come out. That's unfortunate. Hopefully, God bless everybody down there that's fighting this, the firefighters and the people involved in rescue efforts. But it just feels like that's not quite done. There's a little bit more left. So, but obviously it will wrap up and be done at some point. But so just prayers for everybody down there. Sorry to go off on a tangent about the climate engineering, but I have to say something. It wouldn't leave me alone. I didn't want to bring it up initially when I pulled this card over. It was like, oh, but I had to say something because, they're, in the name of science, I mean, people are experimenting with our very ecosystem, and it's not the thing to be doing. We should not be trying to manipulate and control the very weather, because Mother Earth is a living being. She has a sense of her own. She has a mind of her own, really, and we don't understand things that we tamper with oftentimes until, unfortunately, maybe too late. So I'm hoping that people that are involved in these covert efforts to manipulate the weather, that they stop it. We need to care for our environment. I mean, it really is what will be handed down to future generations. And if we just treat it so carelessly and don't have any care or think about consequences, that's really on us. But it's up to all of us to be more mindful. Anyway, that's all I have to say on this. If you like the video, leave a like. I'll make more. All right, love to everybody. Take care, especially if you're down in California. Hope you all are doing well tonight. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.